This time, against a scenic seaside backdrop, an apartment that's beyond belief.
Oh, this is awful.
Dangerously jam-packed with junk.
Whoa.
And covered in filth and grime.
Mum's a cat litter.
And a single man in dire need of help.
Well, there have been times when I've genuinely given up.
In the Sussex seaside town of Worthing, this first-floor apartment is home to 52-year-old former IT consultant Richard.
I live in a two-bedroom flat and I'm on my own, apart from my two gorgeous cats.
And while his flat might be in a pretty spot, once you step inside, the views are somewhat different.
My flat's cluttered, chaotic. It's really just got totally beyond me.
Richard used to keep a clean and tidy six-bedroom house with his wife when he lived and worked in Australia, but an accident changed his life.
Back in 2012, a chiropractor crushed 3 discs in my neck and I lost the use of my left arm inside 24 hours. I managed to get an operation, but that operation left me without the use of my right arm as well. I never regained full use of the muscles. I can get by, but I can't do 70% of the things I used to be able to do.
For Richard, learning to live with reduced mobility was the start of a chain of unfortunate events that left him determined to return to his roots back in Britain.
In 2014, one of my sisters died. 2 years later, my brother died. In that period, my wife and I had separated. I decided that it would be a really good idea to come back, be back with family that I've got left here. Family, at the end of the day, is the most important thing.
But despite Richard now being a short drive from his mum's house, the dangerously packed conditions of his home leave his mum feeling unable to visit.
I haven't been to Richard's flat for at least 15 months. The last time I was there, I thought, how can he live like this? I can't just pop in for a cup of coffee now and again.
The clutter and filth has built up to such an extent, he's been too ashamed to let in help. But now he's put that aside in a last-ditch attempt to turn around his life.
I don't have visitors, I never have done. I'm embarrassed about the place. It is very difficult to be on your own when you've got physical limitations and problems like this, and that's something that I have found really hard.
And in the kitchen, the disorder continues. The surfaces are covered.
I'm so itchy.
Been in the flat a couple of minutes and Richard's already itchy and scratchy from the fur. It's not a good sign, is it, to start? I don't think that's meant to be like that.
And the boys can't believe what they find in the fridge.
Mould running up the sides as well, pal.
Oh, yeah.
And that. There's cat hairs in it.
What? Oh, no.
If there's cat hairs in the fridge, they're gonna be everywhere.
You've not even seen the surface over there, have you? Look, it's a little Tupperware party.
Finally, it's on to Richard's bedroom, where more filth and chaos lie ahead.
When paint is peeling off the walls. Yeah.
All that mould up there. More boxes.
These ones are empty again. Whoa. Easy now. Oh, man.
There is so much going on here.
Has he got a sink in his bedroom?
It's all the rage. You got your little mitts there.
The bed is covered in clothes, and yes, you've guessed it, cat fur.
I mean, how can you sleep in there?
Oh, it stinks of cats in here as well.
My eyes are really itchy.
Every single room in this apartment is jammed with clutter, dangerous boxes stacked floor to ceiling, and cat fur and filth all over every surface. It's going to present a huge challenge just to shift the clutter, and who knows what filth will be revealed underneath it all. The various cat stains found are a huge health hazard, something that Richard is keen to delve into deeper.
Richard?
Yeah?
You okay?
Yes, good.
This sort of stainage.
But homeowner Richard isn't convinced of what has been discovered.
Oh yeah, this is where the cats have been sick at times and I've used a carpet scrubber.
I must admit they do look especially over here as
Yeah.
well, do look like sort of cat piss. So I think you've got a combination.
No, it's actually, you can see biscuits, is actually where they'd be sick. They have this habit of eating their tea in there and then walking out here and throwing it up again. Yeah, it's very annoying.
Well, I mean, it is a problem, isn't it? So,
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
So all I've got in here is just some hot water with a tablespoon of washing up liquid. And all I'm going to do is just going to dip my cloth into it. And I'm going to be quite liberal in that area. Just going to try and get that solution down. And then I'm just going to get my scrubber. I'm just going to work the sort of area. Now, I'm going to spray half a cup of really piping hot water and half a cup of vinegar. And I'm just going to pat that in. And that's now just, you know, sucking in and soaking up any of the stuff that I put down on the carpet. And the final process, really, is I'm just going to dry it.
Yep.
Now, again, in someone, say, in your position, you could maybe work with the steps that you've got, or just have some step ladders and pop it on there, because this is quite heavy.
Yep.
And then you could, from a distance, just use your feet to pat it. And then maybe you could get like a litter picker and it could pick it up, just depending on how physically you're feeling. So what I'm going to do is I've obviously got my work cut out now, so I'm going to get back down on my hands and knees.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
I'm going to clean all this up.
Okay, thank you.
All right?
Thank you very much.
In the kitchen, Richard is surrounded with surfaces covered in plastic containers. However, there's a more important issue that needs resolving.
Probably a little bit of damp. I mean, that is just sort of peeling off, really. One of the walls has got a little bit of damp damage. The paint is peeling off. I'm going to get the painters in just to readdress that issue, get rid of that damp and repaint that wall.
Before Richard can clean the kitchen, he's got to clear out the clutter to see how bad it really is.
We've got loads of cleaning products and stuff, but I mean, look how dirty the surfaces are, so they're not being used. Ironically, we've got a lint remover, which is obviously to remove fur. Well, I mean, what, have we got one or two there? I mean, that's not even going to touch the sides, is it? Right.
Back in homeowner Richard's bedroom, Brennan is clearing through the chaos. He's got to do some basic tidying and putting things away before he can get to grips with actual cleaning.
Exactly what I'm looking for. Not that.
But it's not a pleasant job. Everything Brennan touches is covered and coated in cat fur.
Fur everywhere. In my mouth, in my face, on my nose, on the bed, on the walls, on the carpet. Oh, I have no clue how Richard sleeps in this room.
Richard, a former IT consultant from Worthing, has enlisted the help of extreme cleaners Richard and Brennan.
Oh, this is awful.
Confronted with cardboard boxes in every corner, the flat looked more like a warehouse than an apartment.
Whoa!
There was dirt, dust and damp throughout, not to mention suspicious deposits left by Richard's cats. And that's not all they've dropped.
Cat's been shaved round here.
Embarrassed by the mess, Richard hasn't invited anyone around. Not even his mum has set foot in the house for over a year. But today she'll be popping round to see for herself what the boys have done. It's the final day, and after 48 hours of non-stop graft, the cleaning team spent another night in the living room. And while Brennan's ready for a new day,
Wakey time.
Richard's buried in his pillow.
We've got to get moving, pal.
Really?
As you can probably see, I'm a little bit behind in my rooms. Definitely progress has been made, just not to my standards. Well, Richard got to stay in a hotel.
Yeah, let's hope he's had a better night's sleep than us. I've just realised you've got the carpet to do as well.
Go that way, pal.
Feeling a little bit tired, we've had a busy couple of days and the fur is sort of getting onto my chest a little bit, so slightly struggling to breathe. We've got loads to do.